Hi, everybody. So today is Monday, and that means it's time for Movie Monday. And today I'm doing a little bit casual here, but the topic is one I had to participate in. We're talking about favorite musicals, and musicals are some of my favorites. I love musicals. I'm not that big a fan of a lot of modern musicals, musical movies at least. Some of them are fine, but not favorites of mine. But I love the classics. And so all five of mine are sort of musical classics, and let's talk about them. So my number five choice is Fiddler on the Roof, and I love Fiddler on the Roof. I love all the songs. I like how the songs feel sort of natural. They feel like something that a dad would kind of hum to himself. Someone like Tevye would sing, and so a lot of them are sort of worship songs, like Sunrise, Sunset, and so tradition kind of things. So it works, I think, quite well. And it just has so much heart as you see Tevye deal with the changing world and his daughters, and when to give in, I guess, to modernity, and when to honor tradition. So that's great. So my number four pick, Wizard of Oz. And The Wizard of Oz, the only reason it wouldn't be my number one pick, because it's one of the best movies ever made, no doubt, no question. But I just don't think of it always as a musical, even though it totally is. It has so many completely iconic scenes and songs that really help add warmth, that I think that's the biggest problem that other versions of Wizard of Oz have not been able to have, is just the songs help create that charm and that warmth and make you feel less worried for Dorothy in this crazy place, after this sort of traumatic beginning. And it has Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is one of the greatest songs. It may be my favorite song, period, ever written. I love Over the Rainbow. And it's just so creative and so lovely. And the things that Dorothy learns, and the things she learns about home and friendship and loyalty and all of that, and defeating the Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch is so scary, and she uses emotion to try to whittle Dorothy down into giving up the shoes. She's even basically successful at a certain point, but she can't take the shoes without killing Dorothy. And so that is just really, really effective, and I just think it holds up. It's still very watchable, really great. So my number three pick is The Music Man. I love the songs. I love the story of The Music Man. And there's this con artist, Harold Hill, who is promising to deliver this band, but he doesn't really know how to be a conductor, doesn't know how to lead a band. So he's conning them. And but I like the fact that the message is there are no lost causes, that there is good in anybody, and that, if we sort of dig hard enough, that we can see the good. And I think it's really touching when you realize that there's nothing that he would like more than to be this leader of this band. And the romance between the Marion and Harold is really lovely and wonderful. And she's, I think, some ways viewed herself as a lost cause. I love Shirley Jones in this. She's just one of the best talents ever. I mean, they certainly knew how to cast good singers in musicals back then. She was just a beautiful voice. And yeah, I love it. So that's my number three choice. My number two choice is Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain is basically perfectly executed. The dance sequences are amazing. I mean, they would work and work and work and work for months on these. Poor Debbie Reynolds, I mean, just was put through to try to learn these incredibly difficult tap and routines, and it just looks great. She totally holds her own in many of the scenes with Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor. It's also really funny. I love Make 'em Laugh. It's one of the best numbers ever. I love the sequence when everything's not matched up in the vocals. It's very funny. And I really like the romance. Is very sweet, and it's just an homage to Hollywood. And even though it was made back then, it was still an homage to back then, to this changing time that had happened, and changing over to sound. And and Singing in the Rain, the title song, is wonderful, perfect. So it's great. And then my number one movie musical is The Sound of Music. I love The Sound of Music. I think it actually improves upon the stage play in many ways. I think it takes out some songs, it moves things around, it just is way more effective. It adds a couple new songs. Julie Andrews is perfect. Christopher Plummer is perfect. And talk about doing a dubbing and making it just seamless. You don't even know that Christopher Plummer is being dubbed. It's perfect. And I wish that they did more of that now. I think that all the kids are charming and funny and sweet and just great. I like I think it's Peggy Noon, I think is her name. The Reverend Mother, Climb Every Mountain, another song that was actually dubbed that you would never know. Great job. That I love the story. I love the romance. I love that all the songs I love. So it's just great. I could watch it many, many times. When I was little, for about like a year or so, I just would watch it over and over and over and over and over again, and I still just love it so much. So that is my favorite movie musical ever made, is Sound of Music. So there you go. We've got some pretty good films. So if you haven't seen any of these films, they are definitely masterpieces, and ones that I think that have stood the test of time, especially like The Wizard of Oz and Singing in the Rain and Sound of Music. And so it's hard to argue with any of those. But let me know what your favorite musicals are. What do you think of these 5 choices? Fiddler on the Roof, so great. And Music Man, put in the comment section. Let me know what your favorite musicals are. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.